On this Wellness Wednesday, coffee, tea, caffeine, and cognitive aging? If you think your daily dose of espresso or Earl Grey sharpen your mind, that thought may not actually be so far-fetched. Dr. David Winter of Baylor Scott and White Health is here with what you need to know about a new study. Good morning to you.
Good morning. Good to be with you.
So glad to have you. So let's talk about this study. It's published in the Journal of American Medical Association. It took over 40 years. There was more than 130,000 adults. Tell me, what did they find?
And this just came out 2 weeks ago. Here's the journal itself.
There it is.
In fact, well, here's what's interesting. So if they took the people and looked at the folks who drank coffee or tea to who did not drink that,
Right.
18% less chance of dementia, 18% less over the 40 years.
Wow. Okay, and that's for the people that did drink the coffee and tea.
Correct. Right.
Okay, so let's break it down a little bit farther. How many cups of coffee or how many cups of tea?
Yeah, 2 or 3 cups of coffee a day or 1 or 2 cups of tea. Now, they pointed out if you drank more than that, it didn't hurt, but it didn't help. That was a maximum benefit. 2 to 3 cups of coffee, 1 to 2 of tea.
Okay, so we have to put a max on it. We can't just drink we can't drink the whole pot
It doesn't
now.
get better after that.
Exactly. Okay, what about other caffeinated drinks? I mean, there's tons of things. There's sports drinks, all sorts of things.
Yeah, they weren't studied, but you can think that probably is it, but the caffeine is the issue. If it's decaf, that doesn't work. So other sports drinks, probably so, but they just weren't in the study.
Got it. Okay, so one day we hear that coffee is bad for you, and then we hear that wine and chocolate, dark chocolate, is good for you. And so we want to avoid caffeine. There's so many different findings. And so do you think we should take all of this with a grain of salt because we hear so many different things?
Yeah, you should look at the studies. These are indeed observational studies, meaning that it looks like they are associated but not cause and effect. We don't know really why that works, but still, it's a big study, and there are other studies out there also have shown this previously. So you need to think about this. It may be something with caffeine that does your brain some good.
Yeah, okay, I like the sound of that. So are there other positive benefits that come from drinking caffeine?
Well, not in this study, but in previous studies, there were lots of benefits. Less heart attacks, less diabetes, maybe less Parkinson's. They say liver cancer, maybe prostate cancer is less. All these observational studies, so not cause and effect. We don't know all about that, but it looks like if you enjoy coffee, there's some benefits for you.
Nice. Okay, well, you practice every day. You see people every day. And so tell me from your perspective, because obviously the study's here, it's quite extensive, so I feel like we can lean on it. But from your perspective and what you're seeing on a day-to-day basis, do you think us upping our caffeine intake is a good idea?
Well, not everybody benefits from caffeine.
Right.
Some people have problems with them. You can have insomnia, of course. You can have palpitations, your heart beats fast. You get indigestion, you get a tremor, you get anxiety. So caffeine's not for everybody. And some people are fast metabolizers, drink a cup of coffee, go to bed in a couple hours. Some are slow metabolizers. Your genes don't break it down very quickly. So you drink a cup of coffee, it may keep you up for hours. So coffee is not for everybody. The caffeine is not for everybody.
So you have to take yourself into effect as well. Everybody's different. And I think that also goes into what you were saying about whether it's 1 to 3 cups or 2 to 3 cups of tea. You want to make sure that you're balancing for your health. Now, what else can we potentially do to, maybe we don't like caffeine. Maybe there's people out there who don't like coffee, don't like tea. I'm actually one of them. So tell me, what can we do to prevent dementia in other ways?
There's stronger risk factors than this one study. These have all been done previously. But if you have blood pressure that's controlled, cholesterol that's controlled, diabetes that's controlled, or normal blood sugar, those are bigger risk factors. Those are much better, lowering your chance of dementia, heart attacks and strokes also. Also, regular exercise. If you exercise on a regular basis, that's a positive risk factor. So caffeine is one thing. If you enjoy it, if you enjoy your coffee, fine. But the other 3 risk factors, the other 4 risk factors, are much more important.
That is so important, especially because I feel like every time you come on, you always have to fit in there that we need to be moving our body at least 75 minutes a week.
Ma'am.
And you know what? It's not that bad. Either get out and do a walk. You can walk with the coffee if you want to double up on some positive things. These are great tips this morning and great knowledge. Tell us, where can people find you if they want to know more, if they want to ask you directly, look, I'm drinking 4 cups of coffee a day. Do I need to rein it in or no?
bswhealth.com.
There we go. Thank you so
you.
much,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Winter.